first Public Safety Committee meeting for the 2025-2026 year. I want to welcome, there's a lot of familiar faces on our committee, and I see some new faces as well. Not new to the board, but definitely to the committee, and I want to thank everyone for coming. All right. So in terms of introductions, I would just like for everyone to go around the table and introduce themselves. Ms. Wiseman.
How you doing? My name is Eric Wiseman. I've been in the community for over 55 years. I've attended all zone schools here. Not only have I lived here for that long, I worked 30 years as a community servant, so I'm familiar with the aspects of the ins and outs. I've probably been in your yard everywhere. I just been in this whole neighborhood for a long time. I see my neighborhood changing, some for the good, some for the worse, and I just don't plan on going anywhere, so I just want to keep my place where I live safe. I happen to own a home and around here.
Okay, thanks, welcome back. Sorry.
Hi, I'm Shania Hartley, Community Board Member.
Lorianne Woolsey, Community Board Member.
Fred Baptiste, Community Board Member, Chair.
Martha Lavana Gordon, community member, or resident member.
Slati Munchkin, board member.
Eve Cohen, community board member.
Okay, and with that, we have a quorum. Again, thanks to everyone who's come out this evening. So we've done the roll call. Item number 3 will be the rules of order. We're going to waive the reading of the rules of order for this evening. As always, the main idea is that we just want to make sure that we are able to come to this community board, to the committee meetings, and discuss items respectfully. We don't always agree, but we just want to make sure that even in those disagreements, we are respectful to everyone. And we're hoping that we have the kinds of conversations that will help us develop solutions that really just improve the board to Mr. Wiseman's point. Okay, so we're going to go on to item number, we'll skip item number 4. We don't have a representative from FDNY today. We did reach out to them. We are trying to schedule them for next month, especially seeing as that October is Fire Prevention Month. So we have reached out to them if there are any resources they can bring as well, or if there are any activities they're doing. We want to make sure that we can advertise that to the district. I know that there are several items that we discussed last year in terms of fire prevention, fire safety. So we're going to ask them to do updates on that as well and to see if there's any information they can provide. Okay? All right, we're going to go to item number 5. NYPD, community check-ins and updates. I'm very happy this evening that we're actually able to have with us members of the Quality of Life team. For the 71st precinct. All right, if you would introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about the QOL, or if there's any reports you want to let us know about the district. Anyway.
So, I'll start. So, my name is Sergeant Michael Dowell. I'm the Q Team B, which stands for the night shift. We have Team A, Team B. This doesn't mean that we only take complaints for night shift and we just disregard everything else. We speak to each other, so any issue there is, I can just relate it to the day tour sergeant, and we can work on everything that needs to be worked.
Okay. All right, I've had the benefit of actually going to a couple of briefings. Quality of Life team is something still relatively new. I think it came in or kicked in for the district maybe right around the summer.
So it might months ago.
Yeah, so if you could just give us a little bit of a description of what the Quality of Life team is supposed to do and how it handles complaints in the district.
So it's literally in the name. It's quality of life. We have to make sure that residents can sleep at night. There's no noise, excessive noise. All those abandoned vehicles, we're already working on it. Members have to have parking. They have to feel safe at home. So any issues that are not related to 911 jobs, 311 complaints made directly to the precinct, we will handle those. Patrol, they would usually just go to the job, but they hold in 5 911 jobs. So, best case scenario is that they answer the job properly, but a lot of times they have to be routed to these 911 jobs. We're here to make sure that these 301 chronic conditions are handled, and we have enough time to actually work on that, because not everything can be handled the day off. Sometimes these conditions take weeks, if not months, to fix. So that's what we're here for.
Can I just go out?
Well, actually, I'll tell you what. Yeah, let's we'll go around the table. So if there's any committee members with questions. Well, are you finished or anything else? Well, I'll tell you what, before we do that, can we just get introductions as well? Everybody here is part of the Quality of Life team.
I'm Officer Hill, Q Team Charlie, former NCO Charlie. So maybe I've gone to the board meetings and the one across the street several times. It's probably pre-quality of life. I was responsible for the Flatbush corridor as far as complaints, community complaints. So yeah, I've been working in this other one for like 5 years, and yeah, so essentially just rebranding.
You're
And,
all quality of life?
correct.
Well, the lieutenant here is a special operations lieutenant.
So I'm Lieutenant Chris Macro, and I've been here for about 10 years on all through 3 different ranks now. So been in this precinct a while. I oversee all the specialty units in the precinct. So one of them being the quality of life team.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
I'm Officer Bizagasi, or Irby for short. I'm in the traffic unit, so I deal with car stops, stop people from texting, people failing to yield to pedestrians, mainly Vision Zero, some car stops, so just around basically everywhere. So that's what I do.
I'm Officer Pagata from the 71st Precinct. I've been on the job for 2 years. I'm with Q Team Boy, that's the night team. And I'm new to the team, so I'm just getting used to everything.
All right, thank you very much again for the introductions. All right, so Mr. Wiseman, so we'll start with questions. We'll have questions from the committee members. Mr. Wiseman, we'll start with you. We'll go around the table.
I'm just curious, on the 311 calls, say a noise, blocking the crosswalk, fire hydrant, things like that. It's the wait time on those are usually 3-4 hours, and the person that does it usually moves their car, but you know, they're repeated offenders, so they end up coming back and things like that, and doing it every night or whatsoever. Is this committee, the new quality of life team, are they gonna shorten the 311 times? Because like I said, sometimes it takes 3 or 4 hours for a response. Do we see like a shorter response in the calls?
We already do. It's not where we want to be yet. We want to have those response times literally we want to respond within an hour to all those 3-on-1s. Sometimes we're not able to because of manpower, and that's been going on for years now. We're hoping that with the new 2 classes that are fairly big compared to the previous academies, that we're going to get new officers who are going to go to patrol, and we're going to be able to do our job properly. Because these days, even our guys who are supposed to do quality of life, sometimes they get used to patrol because we have to have at least 4 cars out. And if somebody calls us sick, somebody's has a detail, whatever the case may be, they're the ones that are pulled for sector so that we have enough units to go to the 911 job. So as of right now, it's I can give you
It's in its infancy.
yeah.
So right now, when they're working, obviously they work usually from 10 o'clock in the morning until 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, between 2 different shifts. So in that time, they'll start answering their 311 jobs and things of that nature. Part of the issue is a lot of these jobs are chronic conditions where they come over multiple times. So they're going to basically almost start a case on those jobs, where that'll be one of their conditions and they'll look to address that condition specifically. So like you were saying, if there's a fire hydrant that's blocked constantly, and it's a constant 311 job, they will make that one of their points to go out and specifically address that location, see if the car's there, see if they can address it from there.
Sounds great.
That's another thing I wanted to add. Patrol, I already mentioned this, they're busy. Things like abandoned vehicles, derelict vehicles, those take time. Unfortunately, it's not a piece of big thing where you just come to the scene and within 5 minutes everything's resolved. We have to call for a tow truck. Sometimes they're out in Coney Island. We have to wait for them. A lot of times the estimates are like 30 minutes to an hour. Sometimes it's 2 hours. So it does take a lot of time. So that's why we're here, to make sure that we set up times with these tow truck companies, so we meet them at the right time, and we fix the issue and go to the next one. Because there's so many of these cars that if patrol officers will show up to the scene, wait an hour, and have 5 911 jobs just waiting for them, and it's just not a viable solution. So we're working on it right now.
So with the abandoned car